All right, with that said, let's get our guest speaker up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to have him back with us on every Thursday in the month of February to lead us up into the convention coming up. I want to thank him for taking time out of his schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, he's one of my favorite speakers. He always talks from his heart. He talks from his notes. Wink, wink. Everybody should be taking notes. And without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
Good to see all of you. I appreciate being here, and yeah, it's crazy. So I'm keeping an eye out to see when this snow is really gonna smash us here. So, you guys, first, let me start where I always start. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you guys today. Really interesting time, right? Like we are now well into the new year, post-election, people trying to get trying to get the ground settled beneath their feet and get out and build something. And last week, I don't know if any of you, I mean, I know some of you took some notes, but I said that there was going to be a theme for this month, and just want to see if anybody can put in the chat what the word is, what the theme for my Thursdays this month is. Be professional. That's it, Rick. You got it. Want to be professional. So in that, thank you, Jackie. You got it. In that vein, let's talk about this for a minute, right? So here's a couple things about being professional, right? Let me explain it this way. Sometimes we're in a work environment where, outside of your work, you may not spend time with this particular person or that particular person, but when you're working on something together, you have to be professional, right? Like how you treat people, right? You have to be professional, but you're also setting a standard for how you're willing to be treated in a relationship of any kind, much less a business relationship where that exists for sure. So, there's a lot of times, you guys, where we may be in a circumstance where we may not agree with something that someone says. However, being professional, right? When you're professional, there's a courtesy. And when there's a courtesy, there is an ability to be able to build rapport with someone. And here's when you find out in ACN is like a lot of the times when we're starting to work with someone, we know we're starting as acquaintances. Like we may not know the people. In fact, most of the time we don't know the people that have joined our team. They are acquaintances. But if there is mutual respect given and received, right? That respect can be the basis, the foundation of building a professional relationship. And here's the funny thing. I was reminded of this as I'm telling you guys this right now. Years ago, I heard, many of you know Larry Raskin, and great leader. And Larry, years and years and years ago, he said, look, I may not know you right now, but if I'm leading you in this business and you do what I lay out for you to do, and I help you make a bunch of money, do you think we might be friends? It's like, yeah, we will. And so what happens is this, in being professional, right? One of the key things to understand is professional people have a goal that is set, right? And they have an environment that they want to create where they have the best chance to get the results that they are working towards. So one of the challenges, right? People claim they want to be professional, but they don't have a specific goal set. They don't have a production goal set. They don't have a promotion goal set. I will be regional coordinator by, I will be regional director by, I will be regional vice president by this date, and then work backwards from that date. Because it's very easy to set those goals. It's not nearly as easy to keep them. Who understands that? Anybody can write down a goal. Professionals, what they do is they chip away at it just a little bit every day. They're consistent. They do something every day to move and advance their businesses forward, right? So let me dive into the main part that I want to talk to you guys today about being professional. And here's what it is. And I hope that this resonates with you guys. I talked with a group of my leaders about this very topic yesterday, word for word. And when I was going over it, I knew that I would be bringing it up to you guys today. So here goes. When we talk to someone, when we pique somebody's interest, certainly if there's somebody that we know and we have a relationship with, I want you guys to write this down. Your credibility will get the guest interested. Okay? Your credibility, chances are, will get the guest interested. Now, are they going to look? I mean, I don't know, but they're at least going to be interested in the conversation because you have a relationship with them and your credibility will get them interested. However, your credibility plus proof will get them excited. Your credibility plus proof will get them excited. What do I mean by that? That first $100 bonus. What do I mean by that? You've been promoted to a position. What do I mean by that? You've had people on your team earning promotions and bonuses. You guys, credibility, your credibility, who you are as a person, right? The credibility that you bring to the table, whether that is personal or professional credibility, your credibility will get someone interested to look. And you got to believe that. Who you are as a person will get them to look. But your credibility plus proof, you have a team, you've earned that first bonus, you've helped promote people. Credibility plus proof will get them excited. And that's what's so awesome about this. When you have credibility and proof, they are going to be excited to see, to do, to participate, to join, because you have proof that the system works. Because you guys, isn't it true that we all have those people and they kind of say the same thing? You know, it's funny looking at Cush's office and the big dollar bill behind him, right? Hey, guess what everybody wants to say? Guess what they all say? Guess what they all say? Your mom, your dad, your friend, your coworker, you make any money yet? Did you make any money yet? Well, I haven't even told you what we're doing. Like, can I share with you what we're doing? Have you made any money yet? Well, guess what? If your answer is, yeah, how about this? Yeah, I made my first bonus in 20 minutes. Wait, what? How is that? I got to introduce you to Mr. Thomas. I've got to introduce you to Cush. I got to introduce you to the leader that I'm working with. I've got to introduce you to Mr. Clemens. Who's Mr. Clemens? That's the guy who's helping me. He's amazing. He can explain what's going on. So the reason I share this with you guys is I realize one of the issues that I think a lot of people have, right, is they want their credibility to be enough for someone to get them started. Now, I think it's enough to get them to look, but they got to have some sense that someone has succeeded in this plan, right? There has to be some sense that somebody has achieved in this plan. And if you have that, you now have credibility plus proof, and the credibility and proof is the best when it's you. It's the best. So what does that mean? Like, where does that lead us? Well, it leads us to making sure that we get you documented, right? Your production, your promotion, your payout, something that gets you documented. And let me be clear with you guys. Not that you're going to go around and start showing direct deposits. That's not what I mean. I mean, when you know inside that you've been promoted, you've acquired customers, you've helped team members do the same thing, you're talking from a completely different place. You're having a conversation with people, right? You're able to paint vision of the company. You're able to talk about the opportunity, the expansion plans, and it's a completely different conversation. One is theory, the other is fact. And that's just the platform from where you're talking. One is theory and one is fact. So if you're, hey Deb, if you're talking from fact, that changes everything, right? So please, if you didn't write this down, write it down. Your credibility will get your guest interested. Your credibility plus proof will get them excited. And we got to be in the business of creating results that are tangible, that are proof that the system works. Years ago we heard, when you are talking with someone, it's important to think about this. Are you proof that the system works, or are you a warning? Right? Those are two very different things. And you want to be proof that the system is working. So what are the kind of things that we want to talk about that could document your ACN journey, right? Obviously your position, have you been promoted? Are you an executive team leader? Are you a regional coordinator? Are you a regional director, right? Are you on your way to regional vice president? Are you helping other people do the same things? Where are you in production? Have you been on the production charts? Are you on the production charts? Are you on the customer charts? Right? That's a great thing to be able to show people. Right? How about this? How about the size of your team? You guys, back in the day when we had reports sent to us, or we had to download them and print them, right? Just to give you guys an example, I remember going to meetings and my upline leaders would bring their downline report, and it was this freaking thick, right? It was like, oh my God, that's their team. It's thousands of people on the team. So some of you might be going, well, shoot, dude, I don't have thousands of people on my team. I got 25. I got 15. I got 12. I got 9. I got, 72. You know what you could do when you go to meet that person for a cup of coffee? Have that there. Have it printed out. Why not? You're sitting there, right? And you're able to show people your report. Well, how long ago did you get started? About 2 months ago. Well, how's your business going? Well, here, let me show you. 17 people on my team. This is just the very beginning. I haven't even broke a sweat yet. We'll do the same thing for you, right? Or if you've been around for a little longer, 215 people on my team. Really? Yeah. Or whatever it is. So now what you're able to, and by the way, no matter what it is, be proud of it. I'm doing this part-time. I got 15 people. I got 15 people on my team. We're just getting started. Proof. And what happens is when you have that proof and a sense of pride, watch what happens, because people want to be around people like that. You guys, just by show of hands, for those of you who have your camera on, am I making sense right now? Is this resonating with anybody? Great. We want to be in the business of getting you guys proof, right? I got it right here. People will see that in you, they will have proof and confidence that what you're doing works, and that you're on a team, you're in an environment where they have a chance to win. That's what people want. That's what people want. Do you have a game plan and a system where what you did can apply to them? And you guys, this is all stuff that has to happen in your behavior, in your conversation. It's not belaboring a point. It's letting people know, hey, listen, man, we're doing this. We are part-time professionals, right? It doesn't mean that we're a professional part-time. It means that we're professionals and we're doing this part-time, right? And when you bring that attitude to the table, watch what happens, because people want to be a part of a winning team. So what are you doing to create that winning team environment, right? Are you getting people qualified and promoted quickly? Are there payouts in your organization? Do you have people registered for the next national? Do you have people registered for the next leadership in Tahoe? Are you advancing and building your business forward that way? This is a really important question, you guys, because if you're not doing it, you shouldn't expect that your team is doing it. If you are doing it, there's a chance that your team is doing it. Let me say that again. If you're not doing it, I'm telling you, chances are your team is not doing it. If you are doing it, there's a chance that your team is doing it. It's not a guarantee, but who's going to drive your business better than you? No one. Who's going to advance your business better than you? No one. Who's going to take more care of your business than you? No one. So the reason I keep telling you guys this, and I'm kind of harping on this, is being a professional, we get to look to ourselves first. And here's the big one, you guys, right? Here's a big one. Did you pique someone today? Did you create a relationship and pique somebody's interest today? That's it, right? Because if you do that on a consistent enough basis, here's what is inevitable. Someone will be a customer and someone will look at the business. It's just how it works. But if you're doing it one at a time, meaning look, I would rather it was one a day than none a day, right? Like at least pique someone every day. However, it's kind of tough to get into momentum if it's one person a day. Now, one person a day versus no people is 100% better. But you guys, we talked about this, and I know that I've done a bunch of calls on this in the past, where it's like, it doesn't really take that much time, effort, and energy to do this, to pique someone's interest, to get them a little curious, to simply ask them a qualifying question. Hey, pay them a compliment. Hey, I saw you, man, you're doing such a great job here. Or, hey, I saw how you handled that situation. Or, you know what, you're an awesome server. We've had a great time. Question. Outside of working here, do you look at other ways of making money? Are you open to making money outside of the restaurant if it didn't interfere with your schedule? Are you open to making money outside of the store if it didn't interfere with your schedule? Are you open to making money outside the dealership if it didn't interfere with your schedule? Because what's the first thing that people say? Oh, my schedule's crazy. So you're taking that objection away. So a professional will take that away before they even a chance to offer it. Hey, do you look at other ways of making money if it didn't interfere with your schedule here at the dealership? Well, yeah, always. Okay, great. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Not right now, you're at work, but here, let's trade text messages. And when would be a good time to talk to you for like 2-3 minutes? At lunch. What time do you take lunch? 12:30. Great. 12:35, I'll give you a quick call. Can't wait to tell you what's going on. Dude, you're awesome. Right? Lady, you're amazing. Like that's how to do it. How many times could we do that in a day? 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 15, 20. The number of times you got, okay. The number of times you do that in a day is directly proportional to how badly you want to get promoted. The number of times you do that in a day is directly proportional to how badly you want to get promoted. That's it. That's our business. And a professional will like, look, man, I'm doing this. This is what I do. I get people curious, show them what we're doing. I get people curious, invite them to meet the leader that I'm working with. That's what we do. And the faster you embrace that and then put that into action, the faster you're going to get the results that you're looking for. Does this make sense, everybody? Awesome. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today is know for a fact and have confidence that your credibility, in my opinion, will and should get someone interested. Why? You're a part of a leadership group. You're part of a leadership group with one of the most successful senior vice presidents in the history of the industry. That should be enough to get someone interested. You want to get them excited? Proof. I've been promoted. I've been paid. We're promoting a team. Like now we're talking. And how many times can you create that proof over and over and over? You know what's going to be a great sign of proof? The national coming up. The national coming up. How many are coming with you? How many are walking the stage? How many newly promoted regional coordinators, right? How many people in production? How many people in pre-registration? All of these things, they add up and it creates credibility and proof, which is going to get people excited. So you guys, that's what I wanted to go over with you today is I wanted to make sure that we really understood this interested versus excited when you're talking to people. What needs to happen to advance your business. You guys, I know you can pique people every day. I know you can get people curious every day. Let's make sure that we do it and that you guys have accomplished, that you guys have check marks. Done, done, done. So now you have proof, right? Not just credibility, plus proof And that's going to get people excited to come look at what we're doing, evaluate the timing in their life versus what it is that we have as an opportunity. And do not be surprised if that does not drive your business forward and build you a business where people are getting started. And now that starts to duplicate out. So you guys, I'm telling you, like when I talk to someone, right? I'll give you one quick example before we leave. Okay. I have a guy on the team, successful dude, Southern California. He's a solar guy, and he introduced us to another successful person, and he's up in Central California. And this guy makes a bunch of money. He's a successful guy, and the rep, in talking with him, because they're friends, couldn't really move him into action. And here was the issue. The issue was this guy's not really who's heard this? I'm not really in this for the bonuses. Like, I'm not worried about the pressure of these bonuses and stuff. I want the residual. Like I'm doing this long term. This is a long-term thing. We've all heard that, yes or no? Okay, cool. The residual is created by acquiring customers, which is short term. Getting the customers on the books is what gets them the opportunity to build a residual income. So here's what I said to the guy. So I'm only going to do this once, so pay attention. So here goes. I said to the guy, I go, look, look, man, I understand you're a successful guy. You make a bunch of money. I know you're not in this to make $100 bonus for acquiring some services or a couple $100 or even $500. I totally get it. I am with you. We're in this for the, and I kind of slowed down, and he goes, the residual. I said, for sure we're in this for the residual. I'm on the same page with you. But one of the things to understand about the residual income is we want to build you a team of people that acquire customers, right? And if I'm telling you that the bonuses are paid to you based on acquiring customers, right? And a new person joins your team, and I'm telling you, when that person gets their first few services signed up, you're paid. That new person joins your team, they sign up their first few bills, you are paid. Here's my question. How fast do you want that new person getting qualified with their first few services? And he said, right away. And I said, he'll do what you did. That's what's going to duplicate out in your business. So this is not about you making $100. This is about setting in motion what we want to duplicate in your team, which is going to drive production, and it's going to fuel that residual income. So those first few services and that first $100 or $200 bonus, that is proof and evidence of the system working. And I said to him, what do people always ask? Have you made any money yet? And I want your answer to be, yeah, I made my first bonus in an hour. Well, how's that work? I got to introduce you to Ryan. I've got to introduce you to Dean. Right? That's how this works. And that's what I say, you guys. If you want to know practically what I say with those people, I just shared with you word for word what I say to them. I agree with them. This is not about you making $100. This is about something way bigger than that long term. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Great. But here's the thing. Understand, in doing that, why I'm talking to you about getting these first few services done. Because when we talk to people, we want to have proof and evidence of the system working. And if I can help you make that first $100, $200, and that now you've now eliminated that as being an issue, because when they say, have you made any money yet? Now guess what you can say? Yeah, I got my first bonus in an hour. Oh, dang, how's that work? I got to introduce you to Dean. I got to introduce you to Ryan. I got to introduce you to Al. I got to introduce you to the leader that I'm working with. This makes sense, you guys? That's treating this professionally.